Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Super Mario Galaxy 90% Luigi tournament. I'm going to be your commentator today. My name's X. You all know that. And we have quite a match for you today. We've got Tibbs on the left and Qwerteria on the right, both in the sub 3 range. Tibbs actually, they've got a pretty big difference in PBs here. We have Tibbs with a 221 as his PB, and Qwerteria with, I believe it's a 243 as his PB. I could be wrong about that, but that's the one I remember. So that's a pretty big gap, and this should be an interesting match. You'll notice that they're on two different versions. We'll talk about that kind of as we go, and let's see how this goes for both players. See if I just need to make sure they're both readying up. So this is the Luigi variation of this category. There's a lot of differences to talk about with this, rather than in comparison to Mario. There's a lot happening. It's going to be a long one, so strap in and get ready for 2.5 hours of fun. Looks like both players are ready in the race room, and they're going to be off soon. So according to the room, they're off, but this restream does tend to have some delay, so I'm going to have to wait a little bit before they go. And judging by Qwerty's timer, I'll know exactly how long I have to wait. So one of the differences you may have seen already, Tibbs has 2 cursors on screen, or he did, and Qwerty has 1. This is going to be a 2P versus 1P. 2-player brings a lot of advantages to the table, over 1P, and so this is going to be really interesting, I'd say, to see what strats both players go for. Looks like they're about to be off in a moment. Qwerty's off, and Tibbs is not quite there yet. Not sure what he's doing. Oh, there's his cursors. What's he doing? What's he doing? Tibbs? Tibbs, are you alive, buddy? Mr. Tiberus. Tiber. Tiber. Tibbs. Are you awake, sir? Are you aware that you have started? What's going on? Okay, looks like he forgot to start. It's alright, Tibbs. Looks like they're gonna have to be starting again. Oh my god. Yeah, getting this race, timing got a bit wrong. Getting this race off the ground is proving to be a little bit difficult, but looks like they should be able to get it going soon. False alarm, they're not going yet. So as you can see on Qwerty's screen, it is called Super Mario Wii Galaxy Adventure. This is the Korean version of the game, and he's on Switch, so he's playing on the 3D All-Stars version of the game. And Tibbs is on the Japanese Wii U Virtual Console version of the game. So the Switch version is the fastest version of the game in terms of both loads and the fact that you have access to Korean, which is the fastest language in the game, and then the Wii U, the Japanese Virtual Console version is the fastest, most accessible version we have for people running on Wii U, and will not disclose how we obtain that. But so there's going to be there will be a bit of a difference. QWERTY will have a bit of an advantage just from loads and text alone, but given that Tibbs has a PB that is like 22 minutes faster than QWERTY's, he has the upper hand in terms of movement. So they have made a new race room, and according to the race room, they are going. What's happening? Forgot to link your live split to race time. Well, this can't be good now, can it? Oi. Getting this race off the ground is proving to be kind of difficult. Having difficulties on both sides here. I apologize for this slow start, folks. It's proving to be tough. We'll get it going in a little bit. Tibbs with the reset. Getting ready to start back up. Tibbs forgetting to reset his timer. I don't know if he's forgetting or if he's just not resetting it yet. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut until this actually gets off the ground, because it clearly seems like whenever I say "and they're off," something goes wrong. Nah, fine, man. Don't worry. It happens. It happens to everyone. I'm gonna reset your timer though. It's still running. I feel like I should tell you that. Alright, okay, good. Yeah, alright. So it looks like, I guess both players are ready now. I think. I believe they're gonna have to start a new room again. QWERTY, you might want to move your timer a bit up. What is this? Oh, okay. Scroll up a bit further if you can. Okay, never mind. No, down. Alrighty. Now for real, both players are off. We got it going, folks, and you can clearly see that from on Qwerty's screen. His gateway load was a tiny bit faster than Tibbs's was. Wow, Switch has the fastest loads for Galaxy 1, and so that gives him a bit of an early head start. But as you probably will see, Tibbs can make that up very easily. It's only about a second right now. Anything can happen. It's a 2.5 hour long run. So going into Gateway here, both players need to get 3 bunnies. And the way we do that is we collect starbits and we shoot them at bunnies because we're just horrible people. And the reason most players tend to prefer running the game as Luigi rather than Mario is because Luigi skips about 5 minutes of intro that you would have to watch as Mario, and Luigi runs faster, jumps higher, long jumps farther, at the cost of being a bit more slippery. So it's a bit of a trade-off, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. Tibbs with a pretty good bunnies there. Qwerty struggling a little bit, but and you can already see that Tibbs has overtaken him already. He's in the lead. So we got a little bit of exposition here. We're introduced to Rosalina here, who tells you that she is the protector of the cosmos, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's in shambles right now. So, she gives us this Luma, which allows us to spin. And this spin move is probably going to be one of our main moves that we're going to be using throughout the game. And it's very versatile. You can break crystals with it. You can stun enemies with it. You can use launch stars and sling stars with it. You can gain some extra height from a jump. You can perform a homing ground pound with it. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff you can do with it. So speaking of launch stars, what you're going to see Tibbs do here, and later Qwerty. So they're going to be doing something called camera cancels. So upon landing from a launch star, you're going to see them go into the first person and then quickly come out of it by either pressing down on the D-pad or A, and in Qwerty's case, up on the right stick or down on the right stick and then A right afterwards. Tibbs going for something here called Gateway Skip. This is Qwerty's chance to kind of pull ahead a little bit. Tibbs opting to just go for the key now. It's not really worth it to kind of lose time and fall behind by trying to try this trick a million times. What was I saying? Camera cancels. Up on the D-pad and then quickly down or A so that you can cancel Luigi's landing animation. Saves about a second each time. And because there's so many launch stars in this run, that time save adds up a bit. Quite a bit. So Qwerty is currently ahead right now by a little bit. And he's going to be going for a trick here to skip Luma. Beautiful. That jump there is a 4-frame window, and if you miss it, you lose about 10 seconds. Good stuff. Tibbs getting it as well. Good start for both players, except for Gateway Skip, not quite working out for Tibbs, unfortunately. Tibbs having a little bit of a struggle with these flip switches at the end, and Qwerty is going to be pulling ahead a little bit. So according to Tibbs' timer, it's a 4:18 gateway. According to his timer, it's about I think a 4:20 gateway. So not bad, and not the greatest gateway for Tibbs either, but he can make it up. This is only the first out of 61 levels that we have to go through for this run. So this race can still go quite back and forth if it so happens to choose to do that. And the reason this run is so long is because there is a lot of cutscenes. Cutscenes like this, and just little bits of downtime in between. They are plentiful in this game, and because they take so darn long, they take up a lot of time, which is why this run is so long. So you can see the Korean text. I did mention that it is the fastest version of the game, and you can clearly see that it scrolls faster than Japanese does, and it's very apparent in this sequence here. So Qwerteria is going to be gaining a few seconds just from that. Korean text is faster than Japanese text by about, I want to say 20 seconds, something like that. And Japanese is faster than English text by about 50 seconds. I think around 52. So both versions are good to use over English. English is probably one of the slowest languages. The actual slowest language is German, but nobody runs on German these days. There's no reason to. So now you're going to see both players going into the first dome of the run. This is Terrace, and this is one of 5 domes we travel through. And you see those numbers on the galaxies? Those indicate how many stars you need to unlock a certain galaxy, and the question blocks are sort of one and done galaxies, unless it's buoy based, but we'll talk about that later. So now we're going into Good Egg 1 here. Pretty simple star, and it's a good introduction level, I'd say. And there's going to be another difference I will talk about. Star bits. You're going to notice both players collecting a lot of star bits throughout the run. There's 2 different routes for any percent that I see people use nowadays. You have either pushback, 1.0, 2.0, or 2.1, 3 different iterations of that route, and you have the GC route. And depending on which route you use, you need to collect a different amount of star bits total throughout the run. On pushback, you need about 1,000 star bits. You need 1,000 star bits through the whole run. And on GC, you need 1,400, 400 for Sweet Sweet, Sling Pod, and Drip Drop. Not in that order. You switch around Sweet Sweet and Sling Pod. And just for pushback, it's just Sweet Sweet and Drip Drop. So you can already see that Tibbs pulling ahead here. He's got the much upper hand in terms of movement. So it's the little optimizations that matter. And another thing to note about Starbits, you'll see that Tibbs does have 2 curses on screen. So not only does that make Starbit collection a lot easier, it also gives you a super jump that you can use with player 2's cursor. You can get one either off the ground or in midair. The one off the ground is intended by Nintendo. The one in midair is not intended by Nintendo. So we are exploiting a glitch or an oversight of some sort. It's great stuff. Dino Piranha here, pretty simple boss. You whack his tail a few times, and it comes back and it smacks his head. Why anybody would want to have a tail like this is beyond me. Tibbs with a good egg 1 there. Gonna be coming in with about an 854 exit, I believe. Good stuff. Qwerteria not too far behind. So after collecting a bunch of star bits and shooting a bunch of star bits, we have a tutorial from Polari about how to collect and shoot star bits. Even though we clearly already know how to collect and shoot star bits. So a thing you saw from Tibbs there, he's not going for this in this run because there is a chance of crashing. But you can use player 2's cursor to kind of just stun Polari while you're feeding him, and that will end and it will trigger the text boxes a bit faster. But on seemingly random occasions, we don't know what causes this. You can get the same set of text boxes twice, and if you do get that, the game's going to crash. Not just the game, the whole console is going to completely hard lock, so you have to unplug it and replug it back in, and you lose a lot of time. It happened to a runner yesterday, and it was very unfortunate. He lost about 15 minutes from it. So now both players going into good egg 2 here. Starbits are key here. You need to get 100 to feed a hungry Luma here. And 1P versus 2P kind of makes a big difference here. You can have a lot. You can have basically up to. You can, if you're really good with Starbits and lucky, with 2P you can have 100 Starbits going right to the egg planet. Ideally, Tibbs with 99 going in, but he knows exactly where to find more Starbits, so no issues for him there. Another thing I should mention is that on the 3D All-Stars version, the pointer's hitbox is a bit bigger than Player 1's cursor on the Wii version, so makes Starbit collecting just that much easier. So if you're on Switch, that's a good advantage for you to have. Qwerteria's version is in Korean, Callis. So now, Tibbs is going to want to have good movement on this planet here, because the planet afterwards, the pill-shaped planet, is it's got a crusher cycle that's pretty tough to make. So let's see how he does. He had good movement on this planet, so he should be fine. And Qwerteria not too far behind. There's that grounded 2-player jump that I was talking about earlier. You're going to see a lot of those. You see it, and you see them as early as Gateway. So they're very useful, very, very helpful. I apologize for my hiccups. They might be here a little bit. Wonderful. So good crusher cycle from Tibbs there. Very good egg too. Solid stuff. Now we have Qwerteria coming up on the crusher cycle here. Let's see how he does. I believe he was trying to go for a triple jump there, unfortunately missing it. Still a pretty decent crusher cycle for him. Just a nice backflip up to that other gravity field there. So now, Tibbs is going to be going into Honey Hive 1. This is what separates the men from the boys here. We got a pretty big skip. Normally, casually you'd go down, you'd go to take a couple launch stars, planet hopping, you'd crawl around the queen bee a little bit, get some star chips to kind of relieve her itches. Speedrunners, though, we say phooey to that, and we just say we're going to go tree jumping instead. Qwerteria going to be going into Good Egg 3 here. If you're a 1P runner, you cannot get the amount of Starbits you need from Loop-de-Loop for Sling Pod. So Good Egg 3 kind of helps mitigate that issue. So you have enough Starbits for Sling Pod. Tibbs is going to be going for the Task Strat here. 2P belly slide. Beautiful stuff. Getting on the tree was a bit hard, but good stuff. Very quick. Another thing we should mention is slope jumping. If you're sliding on a slope, you hit forward. You hit the direction you're facing. So if you're sliding forward, you hit forward, whatever way is forward. So you jump, and then you immediately hit back, and then you hold back, and then you spin, so you can climb up slopes. And we're going to be abusing that quite a little bit. It helps a lot for this trick. Qwerteria are going to be going for, I'm not sure which method of this skip he does, but he's going for butt slide. Unfortunately, missing it. You need a decent amount of speed there, and positioning matters a whole lot too. So missing it loses about 30 seconds if you get a second try. So Qwerteria is going to be falling a bit farther behind here. And Tibbs going into Honey Hive 2. If you enjoyed the tree climbing in Honey Hive 1, you're going to love Honey Hive 2 because you get to climb that same darn tree. Yes, there is a difference between the Japanese and Korean version. Well, text, obviously, and in the case of the 3D All-Stars version, loads are a bit faster as well. And also on the 3D All-Stars version, You cannot zoom out in a cannon with the Z button. I don't know why Nintendo made that a thing, but they made that a thing, and it's stupid and it hurts. But that's really about it. Everything else is pretty much the same. Okay. My mistake. So Tibbs in Honey Hive 2 now. He's going for the 2P tree climb there. And he's going to be going for something else called Tower Climb. Where you essentially climb this tower. Saves a little bit of time over taking the launch down the Sling Star. Qwerteria finally getting Honey Hive 1 skip. So he's going to be about a star behind. So roughly 2 minutes behind. Unfortunately having some trouble there. But what can you do? You can't, in a race setting, you can't just reset. You got to keep going. You got to accept the time loss and press forward. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Honey Hive 3, where we see something pretty cool. If you remember the Manda bugs from Honey Hive 2, those are the bugs that Tibbs just killed to get a star. So we're going to do that again, but big. So this introduces for Tibbs the second boss fight in the game. If you or third if you count the little Manda bugs as bosses, but this is a pretty cool level. And Tibbs, I believe, goes for a really neat strat after this on the second planet, where he skips the bee mushroom entirely. So we have Qwerty going into Honey Hive 2 now. Only about a star behind. And you can clearly see, like, just by movement, Tibbs has the upper hand. He's going for 2P B-less, and unfortunately missing it. That jump in midair, the timing for it is a bit later than one would think. So yeah, you gotta really be confident when you go for it. Second try though, not bad. And this makes Bugaboo a bit of a joke. Oh! Bugaboo making Luigi a bit of a joke right now. Struggling with that first hit. That's the easy part. So now Tibbs going to be going for second hit here. Beautiful second hit. And I wonder which kind of third hit he's going to be going for. I believe he's just going to take it safe. What did Qwerty just do? Oh, wow. Clean third hit from Tibbs. Yeah, unfortunately, missing B-list the first time does cost quite a bit of time, but Tibbs still with a solid lead. Shrinking it down a little bit, but not too bad. Nothing he can't make up later. So now, Tibbs is going to be going into Loop-de-Loop. This is just a little difference between 1P and 2P. With for 2P, Loop-de-Loop is faster because not even just the level itself is a little faster than Good Egg 3. And if you do double Death Warp, you save even more time. But I highly doubt Tibbs is going to be going for that because that's a really tough trick to time. And with 2-player, you can get about 100 star bits here. And those help a lot for getting enough star bits for Sling Pod. Tibbs is either going to be... Okay, so he's going to be just going through the tutorial here. So basically, this is the first level to introduce race surfing. Oh, Qwerty with it. Going into first person again. So Qwerty's going to be opting to get the Bee Mushroom here in Honey Hive 2. 3. 2. He already did 2. So his boss strats are going to be a little different to Tibbs' strats. He's going to want to keep the B for this first hit, and he's going to want to lose it for the next two. So get your guesses in chat for the race time that Tibbs is going to get. Generally a good time for Tibbs' skill level is around, I'd say, a 56 seconds to a minute. So, and another thing I should mention is that for centiseconds, times that end in 2, 4, 7, or 9 are impossible due to how frames in this game work. So get your guesses in quickly, and if you get it right, you don't win anything. You just have to get the satisfaction of knowing you were right. I'm afraid 3 is impossible. $56.70 from Tibbs. That's a very good time actually. And doing that while collecting star bits is not an easy feat at all. So really, really good race from Tibbs there. No, that's all good. We have Qwerteria going into... Huh? Wait a minute. Did Qwerty do good egg 3? What? What's happening? What is this? What is he doing? Is there a reason he's doing loop now? Huh? I'm so confused! That's very weird, actually. I thought he did good egg 3. Huh? So Qwerty doing loop? Never mind. He did not do good egg 3. Oh, he's probably on the other route. That's makes sense. So Qwerty in loop-de-loop now. If you're on pushback, you're fine. You're no need to worry about star bits or anything. That's my own mistake. Bled. So flip switch is not an easy level to optimize. It's simple and short, but it's all in the angles, and it's all about how you turn throughout the levels and cut corners. So the cycles that Tibbs made they're not easy. So now we're going to be coming up on the first Bowser Jr. level of the run. This is Robot Reactor. And you're going to see something pretty cool here. So you see that big robot? That planet looks tiny, right? Shouldn't have that big of a gravity field. Watch this. Aha! So the reason we can do that is because not only does this planet account for the planet's gravity field, but also the gravity field from that giant robot that is Megalite. So we can exploit that and just... if you have 2P, you can just backflip 2P jump for where you land and land right on this planet. 1P runners tend to go for a triple jump either off the starting platform or off the cage with a launch star in it, so they're not losing too much time, and they can still skip essentially the entire level. So the name of this boss is this boss is pretty easy. Nothing too special. You're just leading a couple bullet bills into the cages. One of the big cage here. That was a very late hit. And now, normally you'd have a bunch of bullet bills break everything around the fence, break the entire fence around the cage. No, speedrunners are that we just say that's boring, so we just jump over it and we just hit the gates like that. Saves a lot of time. And very solid terrace from from Tibbs. Blech. Looking like a 25-14 for him. Good stuff. Yeah, 25 1x terrace is generally really good. It could be better for Tibbs could have been better for Tibbs if Gateway Skip didn't troll him, but what he tried to do there in Gateway was what we call a mega triple jump. You just basically need to like get a really high triple jump with gravity exploits to make that work, and it could not happen for him. So we have Qwerty going into Mega Leg himself, so you're probably going to see him attempt either one of the triple jumps. He's going to be going for K's triple. Looks like he started it just a little early. Ooh, unfortunately his third jump getting eaten there. There you go, good stuff. Second try is good. So now Tibbs is going to be heading into a level that really likes to ruin runs. Oh, 2P jump. Oh, interesting. That's movement I haven't seen anyone do besides him. Observatory movement is very easily overlooked by new runners. Movement from dome to dome is also very important if you want to really get good at this game. So Tibbs is going to be going into Space Junk 1, and there is a skip here that allows you to get from here to there. So this relies on bubble rotation and good use of pole stars. There are consistent setups for it, and it's still very easy to mess up. Tibbs opting to spin for a little extra height. He's going to be going for CK setup here. Unfortunately, not quite working out for him. You want to be facing backwards when you exit the bubble. That's not going to work for him either. Third try is the charm. Good stuff. Ideally, if you get that first try, you save around 30 seconds over just getting the starships. That skip was found by a runner named Flygon Man, and I curse him every day for finding it because I hate that trick so much. And the worst part is you get to do it twice this run. $28 flat terrace for Qwerty. That's gotta hurt. Knowing you were right there for the 27, but alright, so looks like so Qwerty's gonna seems to be about nearly 3 minutes behind already. Good stuff from Tibbs there, though. You can skip. Earlier he skipped the crystals with the toads by just going for a side flip 2P jump up to the Slink Star. There is a 1P version of that skip as well called Sludgy Hop, where you go for a mega triple jump to get up there. It's one of the easier ones to get used to, and probably the most consistent one, I'd say. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Space Junk 2. This is a very interesting level. Not really the level itself, but the boss fight. We actually manipulate the boss cycles before the run, so we can ensure that she throws a shell on every cycle, rather than cycling through fireball, shell, fireball, shell, fireball, fireball, shell. So if you get if you set that up correctly, it stays around 20 seconds over just doing the boss normally. Without the setup, I guess. So Qwerty going to be going into Space Junk 1 now. Let's see how the skip treats him. I believe he goes for it. I don't watch him very often, so I have no idea what strats he goes for. There's also another skip you can do in this level, which skips having to kill those two enemies over there by the bridge. So you can... Ooh, Tibbs grabbing a lot of starbits from the ship. He's going for bridge skip. And that risk paid off. I thought he got invisible walled there. There is an invisible wall that you can't see because it's invisible, duh. But if you go too early, you can get hit by that invisible wall and just fall to your doom. But Tibbs really clutching that out. So yeah, just as I said, you set up Camilla, and she throws a shell every time. Looks like this skip worked out for Qwerty pretty well. Good stuff. Good stuff. And according to Tibbs, he golds this split. So, beautiful stuff. Qwerty going to be heading over to the Silver Stars now. That was a great space jump, too. So now, Tibbs is going to be going into Space Jump 3. This is where the routes kind of start to diverge a bit. A lot. Drastically. So after Space Jump 2 on pushback, Qwerty will be going into Rolling Green, but he still has yet to do Space Jump 2. So, well, I'm jumping the gun a bit here. So now, Tibbs in Space Jump 3. I don't like this level. The level itself is fine, but it's the boss fight afterwards. The level itself is pretty straightforward. It's got a really cool strat coming up where you smash through glass and somehow are still alive. If you stand on a certain spot, shake and crouch, you smash through glass and you are somehow alive. So this is the first level to introduce sling pods. And what he's trying to do here, he's trying to skip that sling pod over there. Ooh, alright, he gets it though. Not quite the fastest, but he does get it. And the reason I hate this level, get ready. Sling pods and you're hitting a giant spider. Welcome, meet Tarantox, and she is ruthless. So now she's going to be... Tibbs is going to be hitting her. He's trying to set up for a strat called Toad Shot. And you want to hit the bulges in a very specific order. So you can do this. Oh, I believe he gets it. That looks good. That might hit. That does hit. So that strat really that saves a lot more time than it looks like, because it hits Tarantox's backside right as she flips over, and it's time for the hardest star grab in the game. That's not a joke. I told you. You can lose time just from trying to grab the star. Yes, there is only 2 phases. So now we do Space Jump 3 because we need to complete Space Jump 3 in order to unlock Sling Pod. So now we're going to be going into Sling Pod, and I don't like this level either. Because if you like Sling Pods from Space Jump 3, you're going to love this level. It's full of literally its name. Unless grabbing the star is the 3rd phase. Yeah, that's the unspoken 3rd phase of the fight. Qwerteria just finishing up Space Jump 2. So we're going to see 2 different things happening here on screen. So Sling Pod is not an easy level to optimize at all because not only do you have to rely on your pointer working, you also have to deal with cannonball cycles, fire bar cycles, and you have to shoot at very specific angles and you have to shoot really fast. So what Tibbs wanted to get there was a frame perfect jump, so he can make this, so this can make it a little easier. But oh my, whoa! So Tibbs going for a 2P only strat there. That's a very risky move. I cannot believe he just did that. There's a glitch where you can kind of, if you long jump into a sling pod and you come out of it, that long jump is still kind of stored. So he can do that. We have that is a strat that was kind of developed by running Latchers, and its name is Schlong Jump. Don't ask me why it's named that, it just is. But that was insane. I cannot believe Tibbs did that in a race setting. QWERTY in Rolling Green now. This is the first level to introduce the star ball and holding your Wiimote, or in his case, the Joy-Con as a joystick, and using that. Tibbs accidentally selecting the wrong galaxy there, and he's going to be going into Battle Rock. Fun fact, the route Tibbs is on was originally called No Battle Rock, and ironically, we still did Battle Rock 1 and Battle Rock Luigi. So, kind of a misleading name. It has since been renamed to... Oh, no! That's not the name of the route, by the way. QWERTY taking a death near the end of Rolling Green. That's gotta hurt. That loses a lot of time. Around 30 seconds, I'd say. So, the route that Tibbs is on is now named Going Commando. You can thank Elias for that one, or curse him for it. I do a little bit of both. So we just abbreviated the GC. Not to be confused with GameCube. QWERTY is not having a good time in Rolling Green. I have no idea how many times he's died, but that time loss is starting to compile up right quick. So Tibbs in Battle Rock 1, there is an auto-scroller skip you can do here, but it requires a very good mega triple jump. You need good speed, good height, good distance, and if you have if done correctly, you will break out of bounds and be able to sort of slide around a long jump on that bottom part below the saucer. But the laser beams have their own gravity fields, so it's easy to get caught in those. And for part of it, the controls are inverted. So, yeah, have fun with that if you decide to learn that. It's one of, I'd argue it's probably the most difficult trick in the game, and only top runners tend to go for it in runs. So really the main obstacle right now for Tibbs is to not die on the auto-thrower, which he is successfully pulling off. If you don't pay attention, it's really easy to actually kind of forget how much health you have and die. I've done it before. Not very proud of it, but I have done it before. So Qwerteria now also going to be going on to Battle Rock 1. He does not go for the out of bounds trick because it really, there's no point. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Space Junk Comet. It's basically just Space Junk 1 again with a timer. And no checkpoints. So if you die anywhere, you are forced to start all the way back at the beginning. And if you got the skip first try and you die, you have to do it all over again. And it's painfully terrible. Just, no. It's generally a reset point if you die there. Because of just how much time it loses. QWERTY with a huge triple jump, but it looks like it propelled him too far forward. There you go, good stuff. First try Space Junk Comet skip for Tibbs here. Good stuff. Really making up for Space Junk 1 here. So now Tibbs with a really strong lead tonight. Today, not tonight. Nice side flip 2P jump there. So you're going to notice he's shooting up starbits there, because you don't really need them in this level. The starbit routing is also a thing that exists. I don't really know how to explain it very well without making it sound complicated. Essentially, if you collect 18 starbits, that's the that you can let the starbit count down at the end, and just hit A, frame perfectly press A to cancel the text box within the 90 frame window, and you have one more frame to do it for every one less starbit you collect. And another thing, both runners are also trying to avoid coins throughout the run, because during these text boxes here, if you collect coins, you get a coin text box just like you saw from Tibbs right there. And those text boxes lose about a second each time, so over the course of a 2.5 hour run, that adds up a lot. So now Tibbs is going to be on his way over to Rolling Green, and there is a skip here. There's two possible skips you can do here. You can either jump onto the rail at a later point, or you can skip the rail entirely and just go to the green planet below it. Either way, they will save time. We're just doing the rail normally. Just riding the rail normally. Another thing I should mention is that 13 stars, prankster comets start to spawn. I forgot about that because we just did Space Junk Comet, and I forgot to talk about it. So, prankster comets essentially just take certain levels and add small twists to them. Sometimes you get a timer, sometimes you get 1 hit point, sometimes you race a cosmic version of yourself, and sometimes, very rarely, everything in the level moves quickly. Enemies, platforms, you name it. So Tibbs, looking like he's on a really good Rolling Green here. You want to avoid those Goombas as much as you can, but unfortunately, sometimes you just cannot control where those Goombas are spawned. Because you can see that if you hit a Goomba with the ball, you lose all your speed. So now Qwerty in Battle Rock 2. This is an interesting level, if a bit long. This is the first level to introduce ball bombs and cannons. This is the only time in the run we use ball bombs, actually. So there's some pretty cool stuff going on during Battle 2 that I will talk about as Qwerty goes. And then we have Tibbs going into Bowser 1 here. Pretty straightforward level. Just some basic platforming. Nothing too special. So what Qwerty's going to be doing here, he's going to be looking up to activate the launch star after it spawns. So he can do that. Launch stars take about a second or two to activate after they spawn in this game for whatever reason. So if you were not to not look up there, that would lose you a little bit of time. Wait, what's Tibbs doing? Oh no, he's dead! What? That's so unfortunate. Debated. That's a death warp that saves about a couple seconds over just going around normally. Unfortunately, not making the first bomb cycle there, so he has to wait. If he had gone any farther forward there, he would have been crushed and actually unintentionally died. But the first death is intentional, so we can warp over here. Tibbs kind of struggling here a little bit. And Qwerty wants to hit these crystals so that you can break both at the same time and free the Luma. There's a camera manipulation strat to do that for when you go in. You can advance the crystal cycles so that you can instantly shoot and break both crystals in one shot. And what Tibbs just did there was a triple jump 2P jump that is harder than it looks, but it saves a decent amount of time over just going around and going up the stairs and long jumping at a later point. So in pushback, Fountain 1 is longer than GC, but GC kind of makes up for that by having a bit of a longer kitchen. So this fight is pretty easy. There's some attack cancels you want to go for here. You basically just jump and spin into Bowser's face, So you can fall forward just like that underneath Bowser and have him jump on the glass underneath him. Because for whatever reason, this fight and every Bowser fight really wants to have Bowser play the floor is lava with Luigi. So now Qwerty going into Space Junk Comet here. Your audio's delayed? Nah, Tibbs, your audio sounds fine. No issues on my end. So let's see how Space Junk Comet treats Qwerty. First try, good stuff. So now we're gonna have Tibbs going into Kitchen after this. Third Grand Star of the game. Looks like Qwerty's going for Sludgy Hop again. Nailed it. This is a good Space Junk Comet for Qwerty. Can't really say anything yet because he still has to get to the silver stars, but I'm hoping I don't jinx it. Knocking on wood. Oh, that was very close. I almost jinxed it. I almost jinxed it. Oh my goodness. No, Qwerty. Oh, Qwerty giving me the heart attack of a lifetime. Okay. Just got one more long jump, man. You can do it. Good stuff, dude. Whew. Okay. Oh, that hurt. That really woke me up. So now Tibbs is going to be going over to Kitchen, and he's going to be starting with Beach Bowl 1. And this is a pretty fun level to do with 2P, if you know what to do. So now we have Qwerteria going into Battle Rock 3. This is one of my favorite. This is actually my favorite level in all of Battle Rock, and I do wish it was still in the route, but what can you do? Battle Rocks 2, 3, and Comet were all replaced in the GC route with Space Junk 3, Sling Pod, and Ghostly 2. So now we've got some triple jumping and 2B jumping on Tiber's screen, and we have some pole star usage and cool jumping around on Qwerty's screen. He's going to be going for a bit of a small mega triple jump here. Unfortunately missing it, so he's going to have to back it up with a long jump instead. But you can hit this top man with a good starbit shot. Come here, shoot it into the laser. Sometimes the top man can just say nope and completely miss the laser, even when you could swear you shot him directly. Tibbs making very short work of Beach Bowl 1. No issues whatsoever. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Beach Bowl 2, where Luigi has to bully a penguin and steal a shell. Because, yes. Excuse me. So now we got Qwerty flipping gravity a few times in Battle Rock 3. Coming up on like the final part of it here. Nice triple jump up at the sling star there. Beautiful swimming from Tibbs there. That swimming is not easy to do. Optimizing this level is very difficult. Ooh, frame perfect ground pound from Tibbs. This is good. This is good. So now Qwerty, after a few explosions, coming up to Top Maniac here. You have to fight him twice in this route. And the second time you have 1 hit point, so be careful. You're basically just knocking this guy into the laser beam a few times, that little laser fence around the arena. You do it 3 times and you get a star. Good stuff from Tibbs. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Beach Bowl 3. Well, we do 3 before S now for some star select stuff. Basically, you have 3, so you can have 3 stars showing up on the screen instead of 4. We used to do it S3 before. And that's about 15 frames slower. So, small time save now, but it helps. And the Tox box cycles are a little bit different. A bit harder at first, but they are manageable, and they're not too bad to get used to. So now we got Qwerteria going into Battle Rock Comet. This is a Daredevil Comet, one of 2 that he'll be doing in his run. You're fighting Top Maniac again. So you want to come over here for Tibbs. He's going to be long jumping, breaking some boxes. Yeah, that coin is very hard to avoid. So now the Cyclone Stone. There's going to be a pretty big skip here. It saves around, I think, 20 seconds over just going through it normally. Yeah, you gotta have some tight jumps to make these cycles quickly. But Tibbs knows what he's doing. So he's going to be going here. Launch up off this corner. First try. Good stuff. That spin is pretty hard to time at first when you're first learning this trick. But once you get a feel for it, it's really not bad. Not bad at all. So now we're going to have Tibbs going into Bubble Breeze. This is so he can just get... He looks like he's not doing super well on Starbits. No, he's fine. He's fine. Bubble Breeze and Beach Bowl Secret will have enough to get to make it to Sweet. So he'll be fine. Never mind. Ignore me. False alarm. Qwerteria going into Bowser 1 now. So Bubble Breeze is the first level to introduce the bubble, which we use our player 1's pointer and A to blow the bubble wherever we want to go. Luigi is essentially right in the bubble, and he is somehow able to hold his breath the whole time. So we're going to be collecting 5-star chips here, and there's some mine cycles that he needs to be wary of, so he's going to be doing some very specific movements here. And looks like he's going to... I don't know if he's going to make it, actually. I think he might have too much speed. Nah. Oh, bitches. Okay, never mind. He's good. Qwerteria looking like he's on a good Bowser 1. And what Tibbs just did there, flipping on some invisible platforms and long jumping all the way to the star, that saves multiple minutes over doing the whole level casually. I don't remember casual Bubble Breeze at all because I've just been doing this skip for years, even in casual playthroughs. Can you tell I love this game a lot? So now Tibbs going to be going back into Beach Bowl here. Beach Bowl Secret, the first level in the run to introduce the Ice Flower. It's really pretty cool stage, pretty cool power up. Get it? Cool. It's ice. I'm not funny. So you're going to come up over to this chest, throw the shell as soon as you see it. Optimizing that shell throw is a lot more important than you think. So he's going to be just doing a long jump backflip 2P jump here to get the coin. And hello, Ice Luigi. With this power up, you can skate across water, across lava, and you can wall jump up waterfalls. Tibbs is going to try to get to the star as quickly as he can, right before the Ice Flower music ends, so he can just backflip 2P jump like that and make grabbing the star a complete cakewalk. So Qwerteria looking like he's going to have a low 55 fountain exit. which for pushback is actually pretty good for a skill level. So now Tib's going to be going into Ghostly 1, where Luigi saves Luigi. And Qwerteria is going to be starting up kitchen. He's going to be going into Beach Hole 1, and he's going to need to rely on something called Tilt to help him get to the star easier. I can't. Tilt is hard to explain. You kind of in one area, and that will help you. Depending on how.
Ma, look.
My apologies. My internet just decided to not be happy. Decided to stop working for me, so that's very, very unfortunate. So we have Tibbs and Sweet Sweet now, and Qwerteria in Beach Bowl 2. Now, what I wanted to talk about before I got interrupted was we do a couple things in a certain order for Sweet Sweet here. You feed the Luma and you go talk to Luigi because of just the fact that launch starts take 1 to 2 seconds to activate after the spawn, and then we go back and do this. So by talking to Luigi before Sweet Sweet, we we automatically get a letter from Mailtoad telling us from Luigi telling us that he's trapped somewhere and we need to save him. I'm really not happy about my internet cutting out at the time it did. Missed all of Ghostly 1. I was going to explain something really cool. Thanks, Internet. So, Good Egg Luigi is arguably the shortest star in the game. There you go. That's all you do. Very easy. That's the strat that Tibbs did there. Was found by Creepygar. So, now we save Luigi, and now we're about to be racing Luigi. We're going to be going to the Honey Hive Comet before we go back to Kitchen. Qwerteria going into Beach Bowl 3. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying watching from Germany, Dream Warlock. So now, Honey Hive Comet. This is going to be cool. There's something you can do at the beginning of each cosmic race where if you hold Z during the countdown, and then you hit A right as the go text appears, Luigi will get a big burst of speed and get a huge head start on Cosmic Luigi here, who is now blue. Like so. Good stuff. Not A press is a trickier to time than it looks. I've missed it on multiple occasions. I think I missed it more than I get it, actually. So Tibbs going to be opting to go for the safer strat here, just sliding off the fence to get onto that platform there and go to the star. There's a faster strat you can do that takes you directly to the star, but it saves about 5 seconds, and it's very risky. Or 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Who's in front right now? Tibbs is currently in the lead by a big margin. Qwerty nailing Beach Bowl 3 skip there, by the way. So now Tibbs is on his way back to Kitchen. He's going to be doing, I believe it is Beach Bowl Common. Qwerty going back into the Beach Bowl. He's going to be doing Beach Bowl Secret. So now Beach Bowl Comet is basically Beach Bowl 3 again, but the enemies and platforms move a lot faster. And that just makes going through it a breeze, in my opinion. Excuse me. So now Qwerteria with a nice triple jump up to the coin. Alright, take care, Hostfinger. Thanks for stopping by. So because this is the same Cyclone Stone from Beach Bowl 3, Tibbs is going to be doing the same skip again. And if he misses it, he's going to lose about 30 seconds. And Qwerteria opting to do Cataquack strats here. These strats are very old. And if you get booped by a Cataquack there, that's very annoying. You lose a couple seconds. Good stuff from Tibbs. Nailing it. So Tibbs with a very solid lead. So now Tibbs is on his way over to Ghostly. He's going to be going to Ghostly 2, where he will engage in a race with a spooky speedster. And good time for this race. I think race skill level is around 39 seconds, 40 seconds. Maybe 39 to like 45. So get your guesses in for in around that range for Tibbs. Let's see how he does when he gets to the race. Ooh, Qwerty with a nice frame perfect jump there at the beginning of Ghostly 1. So to kind of talk about frame perfect jumps, if you mash A or time an A press correctly, for most levels, Luigi, you can get Luigi to jump on the first frame of landing into the galaxy, but obviously that's really hard to do, and for most cases it's frame perfect, so people tend to just mash for it, and it saves about an additional second over just letting the landing animation play out, but They're really hard, so if you get it, if runners get it, great. If they don't, great. You just keep going. Yeah, Qwerteria is not bad. He's pretty good. He's got a pretty good skill level. So now, this race is all about Polestar optimizations, and one wrong move and you're going to be bouncing into these bones a lot. Bouncing all around. So get your guesses in chat for Tibbs' race time, or don't. Myself, I'm going to guess around, say, 41:35. Ooh, 40:45. Very solid race there. Very good time for Tibbs. Qwerteria, what's he doing? He's going for Boolean. No, he's not. He's doing... Okay, what Qwerty did was he did a different version of Mansion Clip where he used the start of Boolean and then he just backflipped into the Mansion. That's an interesting combination of strats. So now Tibbs going back on the Ghostly 2 for another star, Ghostly S. This one, there's a lot. This is a cool one. He's going to be jumping off. He's going to be jumping off of invisible doors. I think I really just explained the trick. It's called keyless. There's a variation of it called one key, which sucks. Don't do it. And it's a lot harder with 1P than it is with 2P. Ooh, good insta-walk there from Tibbs. Okay, I'll talk about insta-walks too. So, with every launch star that spawns, you have about a 7-frame window to do a complete 180-degree turn before using the launch star. And if you time it correctly, and use the launch star, every 9 times out of 10 when you land, you will just start walking upon landing. No landing animation, no need to camera cancel, nothing. You just land and you go. So that's a very minor optimization. Qwerteria in Sweet now. Sweet is kind of like the level that Qwerteria long jumping straight forward and just falling to his doom. That hurts. So now the cycles are going to be completely messed up because death cycles are just not the same. Just going to have to kind of improvise here. But scuff keyless from Tibbs, but he does make it. Good stuff. Now he's going in Airship Armada. Looking to wrap up the first half of his run here. Ooh, and he's gunning for it. So there is an instant cannon shot you can do here. Only for the Wii version. Qwerteria with another death. Ow. So that shot is instant. If you hold Z while entering the cannon, you can zoom out. And we use that to our advantage here. We just aim our cursor at the very left of the screen near the middle. Just mash A and we get an instant shot right to the pulsar every time. Unfortunately, on the Switch version, you cannot do that because Z cannon tech doesn't work for some bizarre reason. Thanks, Nintendo. So you can see Tibbs with a very sizable lead right now. And he's going to be going for the fast fight strats. And you want to... Oh, that third shell hitting a bullet bill. That's not good. If one thing goes wrong in this fight, the whole thing falls apart. But Tibbs, keeping a cool head, knows what he's doing, knows how to back it up. Not losing too much time from that. I lied. I cursed it. Getting his bum Z-burn. Okay, looking to wrap it up quickly. And now he's done with the first half of the run. Very solid for him. High 109. That's really quick. (109.44) first half for Tibbs. Beautiful stuff. We have Qwerteria in Good Egg L. So this So this just goes to show like just how much more optimized and sophisticated Tibbs' movement is. He's generally more comfortable with how he goes through the game. So bonks and all that don't happen as often. It's a lot smoother, a lot cleaner, and that seems to be helping him a lot here. So before we go into bedroom, we're going to be taking a bit of a trip back to Fountain for a little bit, and this is a spot where you want to talk to Male Toad yourself, so you can get the next letter from Luigi. As this letter is in Fountain, which is why we're going back now. So we have Qwerteria and Honey Hive Comet now, getting ready to race Cosmic Luigi for the first time. Cosmic Luigi doesn't quite know the tricks we have up our sleeve, so beating him in every race is trivial. So Tibbs going into Hurry Scurry here. He's going to be, it's a simple star, very short. He's going to play a little tune, and then he's going to get a star for it. Also, those green platforms, they shrink. Oh, Qwerteria with a death. That hurts. Unfortunately, missing the start boost again. And if you die at the end of Honey Hive Comet, you're losing like 30 seconds. Not good for QWERTY there. Ow. Second death in a row. Also, that song that Tibbs played sucked. Just a chromatic scale. Boring. But it's a real tune, dude. Qwerteria looks like he's starting to have enough of this run, and I don't really blame him, but it's a race setting. You can't really just reset. So let's just gotta push through, man. Come on, please. So this strat, you just... Oh, no. Wait, he can still make it? Oh, barely making it there. Backwards momentum is a lot faster than forwards momentum there. So he did not want to do that, but he did make it. Very big time loss for Qwerteria there. Very unfortunate. So now Tibbs going into Battle Rock Luigi. You're basically just doing Battle Rock 1 again, but instead of breaking the cage on top of the saucer, you're breaking a cage on the bottom of the saucer. So much different. Ooh, good movement towards that screw there, right on top, landing right on top of it. That's not easy to do. So Tibbs opting not to go for the out of bounds trick again, which is totally fine, honestly. It's a hard trick. It's the hardest trick in the game. So Tibbs is going to be messing around on the auto scroller here a little bit. Qwerteria going back to kitchen, starting off with Ghostly S. Try not to get shocked too much so you die. Good. Not much to say here. It's the same auto scroller as before. The thing about 2P here is that you can also triple jump, 2P jump to this second saucer a little earlier than 1P runners can do it. He does it a cycle earlier. Tibbs, Tibbs, what are you doing? Tibbs, grabbing, no, oh, Tibbs, please, oh, no, that's not good. If you grab any star out of order, the comment cycles are messed up and he has to, oh, that hurts. Oh, that's bad, that's really bad. He's losing 2 minutes because of that. He has to go back and do the whole thing again. I guess he must have just been an autopilot. QWERTY with a game over, unfortunately. Oh, that hurts. Neither runner having a good time right now. Oh my god, Tibbs. I can't believe that. I'd understand if you forgot to talk to Male Toad, but... Oh, okay, well... I've seen stuff like that happen before. So Qwerteria having to go back into Ghostly Ass, and Tibbs having to do the auto-scroller a third time. So, something similar happened to Valu during his 602. He was so tired during his Galaxy 2 run that in Twisty Trials Greens, he accidentally got Twisty Trials 1 again. And then at the end, he was just like, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Dude, it was really fun. So, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Oh, that's painful. I don't know if Tibbs was on PB pace or not, but it looked like it was going really well for him until then. That's so unfortunate. Oh, and forgetting that he can 2P jump. Oops. Kind of shaken up after that mistake. He can't really recover from that. What do you say to that anyway? Like I can't imagine what must go through a runner's mind when they make a mistake like that. That when then they don't realize they've made that mistake until it's too late, and they're just like, no. So that is an unfortunate big time loss for Tibbs there. Qwerty struggling with keyless a lot. Oh boy. So he's just, I guess he was trying to do one key actually, excuse me. I think. What? Trying to get up here to this door. You can make it up there with a triple jump, by the way. Triple jump. Ah well. So he's gonna be taking the auto scroller himself. Yeah, no, rough ghostly yes for Qwerty. And Tibbs on his way over to bedroom. He's going to be starting off with Freeze Flame 1. Really cool level. Tibbs, I imagine. If that happened to me, I would just be so angry. I'd just be like, no! Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm screwed. Yep. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do about that, unfortunately. I think that also messes up comment cycles. So I don't know how this is going to work out. So we have this introduces Baron Burr, and it's a pretty cool level. I hope you like Baron Burr. You're going to see him for a grand total of 1 level and never again. So now Qwerteria and Bubble Breeze. Catching a penguin who's pretty cocky. He's like, I'm so fast. Nah, we're speedrunners, dude. We're all faster than you. Cut the crap. So let's see how Bubble Breeze treats Qwerty. So, oh, that triple jump is awesome. Takes you right up there. Ledge grapless is really hard to do there. So 9 times out of 10 you will get a ledge grab. So there's going to be a pretty cool triple jump on top of the, to get to the top of the question block here. Or not. Oh, Qwerteria falling into the poison swamp. That's going to hurt because he's going to, oh, okay, well it was at the end. So not too bad. If that were during the star chips, he'd be losing a lot more time. So now all you have to do is spin in the general vicinity of Baron Burr a few times, and there you go. So now, Qwerty going into Beach Bowl Comet, and Tibbs is going to be going into Freeze Flame 2. Baba Booey. So Freeze Flame 2, you got Freeze Flame 1 was the cold side, it was the freeze side of Freeze Flame. So Freeze Flame 2 is naturally going to be the flame side of Freeze Flame. The freeze, the flame. So, oh, that's right. He's not going into Freeze Flame 2. He messed up Comet Cycles. So he's actually going to be going into Gusty Garden 1 first. And, and Qwerty, unfortunately, taking a death in Beach Bowl Comet. Really, must be really rough after that game over for him. So this is the next bunny you have to catch, and don't worry, it's really not that bad. It's a lot easier than the Gateway bunnies for sure. And this is the first level to introduce Floaty Fluff. You basically spin in the air, and it takes you higher while you're riding the wind. Beautiful Piranha bounce there. Speedy, speedy, speed. Qwerty dying again. Ooh, it's not looking good for Qwerty right now. So Tibbs wanted to time his spins in a certain way so he can skip a bunch of beam planets and land there, and then come up here. It's going to be jumping. Oh, this big Piranha planet kind of giving him a hard time, but jumping right on top of it kills it instantly. So now, if you stand in the correct spot and talk to this bunny, you can just catch him with a long jump afterwards. Like so. Good stuff. So now that Comet Cycles have been messed up for Tibbs, I have no idea where he's going. I imagine he's now going to be going into Freeze Flame 2. Excuse me. So, Qwerteria now going into Airship Armada, looking to wrap up his first half of this run. And it was really rough towards the end there for him, so definitely not really good for his own standards. So, Tibbs now going into Freeze Flame 2. This is a pretty hot stage. It doesn't work that way. So he's going to be collecting 5 star chips on the starting planet here. And a cool little piece of tech here, if you break the crystal while skating and you just hold neutral, you will skate in place, and you just wait a little bit, and then you can collect the star chip right away. So now he's going to be long jumping right towards the launch star, because pull stars are stupid and slow, and speedrunners don't like them. So going up to the Bowser Jr. fight for Qwerteria here. Looks like he's trying to do the same fast fight strats. Ooh, nailing that shot there. I believe he missed the shot before, but he got the hard shots. That's cool. So now Tibbs going to be opting to do the normal safe strat here, just long jumping to the other gravity field, like so. Looks like Qwerteria is going to have either a high 123 first half or a low 124. Look, ooh, that's right on the borderline for him. 124 flat. 124 flat. Yep. So now Tibbs is going, I don't know where. Freeze Flame 3 probably, to kind of try to get things back on track. Nope, Gusty Garden 2 now. So Gusty Garden 2, Gusty Garden 2 is terrible level. I hate it so much. We're going to be dealing with a bit of a mole problem, and there's 3 moles in particular that like to give runners a very hard time. They're cycle based, so there is no RNG to them, and if you mess up, it's clearly your fault and not the game's. Sometimes the camera can get screwy, and that doesn't help either. But if everything goes well, you'll be like clear of them in like mere seconds. So Qwerteria talking to Male Toad on his way back to Fountain. We're going to be going into Hurry Scurry now. And now here come the problematic 3 moles. The big 3. The terrible 3. The added advantage of 2P is that you can freeze enemies, so it really kind of mitigates these sort of issues. Camera getting a little screwy. Now it's going to be Qwerty's turn to play a really dramatic scale. Another thing I should have mentioned was frame perfect ground pounds. Now there's two ways to do them. If you are a 2P runner, you can either shake the Wii remote and hit Z on the same frame, or you can just aim the player cursor on Luigi, hit 2PA and Z on the same frame. It's essentially the same idea, and it's a lot easier to do it with a button press than, you know, motion, than timing a motion, I guess. So now Tibbs about to be fighting Major Burrows, who works pretty much the same as the other moles. He's just bigger. The only difference with him is that when you have to ground pound when he comes out of the dirt, like that. And timing these is not easy. It takes some practice to do that. And you do that, and he gets mad. His helmet turns red somehow. I don't know how his helmet manages to change color. Maybe, what is it, a mood helmet? That's possible. So now Qwerteria going into Battle Rock Luigi. Let's hope he doesn't make the same mistake Tibbs made. That would be horribly unfortunate if that does happen. But it would also be kind of funny. Huh. Decisions. So now I believe Tibbs is going to be going into... Is it Freeze Flame 3? I think it is. Yes, okay. So you had Freeze Flame 1, which was the freeze, you have Freeze Flame 2, which was the flame, and now you have Freeze Flame 3, which is the Freeze Flame. This is where hot and cold collide. And this is really cool. It uses both flowers, the ice and the fire, in pretty cool ways, I think. So Qwerteria just on the auto scroller, nothing too interesting happening. And a nice jump around the planet there that skips having to skate through the whole thing, like around and then coming down, skating the other way. So now he's just going to be triple jumping over this cage. And there is a bug that can happen here, which can cause you to not be able to wall jump. I don't know how it happens or why, but when it does happen, you cannot wall jump at all. You're trapped, so you have to, off those walls at least. So you have to, like, figure something out to get out, or you just have to wait. And, you might just be losing a fire flower cycle. So letting those torches to spawn the launch there. And this is probably the best section in the entire level. It's the only interesting one. So Ice Luigi can skate across lava as well. So he is a crucial part of this. A lot of gravity switching going on here. And for switching gravity fields, runners want to make sure that they are holding neutral so they don't careen off a cliff. Tibbs taking it risky and going with one ice flower in hand. And that paid off. Good stuff. So it looks like Tibbs is going to be going for everything now that he's made that mistake. Tibbs is going to be going back into Freeze Flame. He's doing... is it Freeze Flame Comet? Yes. So this is another Cosmic Race, and Luigi has learned how to skate since our first encounter, but he hasn't learned what we're about to do. So let's see how he does there. Qwerty going into Freeze Flame 1 now. So Qwerty has joined Tibbs in bedroom. So this is essentially the same section as Freeze Flame 3, but everything is now ice. No lava to worry about here. That double jump there is faster. Slightly faster. And you want to like have short hops across the ice so you can move a little faster. Good stuff from Tibbs. Tibbs is flying. So I believe now Tibbs is going to be going into either Gusty Garden or Freeze Flame. No, he's just going to be going back into Freeze Flame now. So he's going to be going into Freeze Flame S. And we have SpeedGaming, rating with a party of 51. Thanks for the raid, y'all. How was the race between Steakinator and Joe Warm? I hope it was good. I don't know who won. I'm going to guess Steakinator, but I'd like to know. How do you do 2P? Basically, you can either have... there's many ways to do it. You can have your modes Velcro together, back to back, or side to side. You can have them taped either way. Velcro is generally recommended because it makes detaching them easier for certain stars. So now Tibbs going into Freeze Flame S here. It starts off the same as Freeze Flame 1, and now this is where the path diverges. Really, really cool level, honestly. You enjoyed it thoroughly? Good to hear, Steak. Did you win? I'm gonna guess you did. So those 2P jumps there, very easy to mess up, especially the first one. But Tibbs knows what he's doing. This is a very satisfying level to do well, I think. So now, Qwerteria going into Freeze Flame 2. Ooh. Using the Fire Flower to melt some snowmen. No big deal, just kind of need to go get to a star. Kind of gotta conquer the summit. Barely making it up there. And first try getting on top of the snowman. That snowman is a lot more annoying than it looks. Just barely. Ooh. What were the times, Steak? Between you and Joe Cool, Joe Worm, whatever. Joe whatever. So now Tibbs is going to be going back to Gusty Garden. It's going to be doing Gusty Garden 3 and then Gusty Garden Comet and then S. Having a little trouble with the star slide there. Not sure why. Qwerteria also going to be opting to go for the safe strat here. Don't really blame him. There is a lava boost strat in Freeze Flame 2 that only saves about 0.6. And it's mostly for visual flair. Qwerteria kind of on the verge of death here. 228.30 versus 240.09. Jesus. Jeez. Well, GG's, y'all. So now Tibbs was using those question coins as kind of a visual cue for when he wants to shake. So he can skip that first beam planet and land right onto the second one. And now he's going to try to avoid some boulders and spikes. Good stuff. 2P makes that a lot easier, I'd say. Of course someone was going to make a Joe Mama joke. Real original, y'all. Real original. Ha 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 ha. So star chips, these star chips are pretty annoying. Depth perception is a thing. that could screw you over, and changing gravity fields don't help either. Qwerteria, what's he doing? He's going into Gusty Garden 1 now. Starlight kind of trolling him a little bit there. So now, Tibbs, I believe, is going to be going for the normal strat. Yeah, he's just going to come over here, long jump. Oh, always. All right, he's a Mario main. Never mind. So he's going to be. So he did a very safe strat there and decided to long jump all the way to that arrow over there, spin it, and come over here. Unfortunately, that activates the cannons, so it is a bit riskier. But it does work for Tibbs. Consistency helps in tournaments, so definitely working out for him right now. That's true, I did say Joe something. I guess I have myself to blame for that one. Qwerteria flying right into the Piranha's face. Trying to set up a triple jump here. Don't get hit by the pokey. Good. So I guess now that okay, so because comet cycles are a thing, Tibbs is going to be going into Gusty Garden S now. So he wants to grab all these question coins now so he can spawn a Rainbow Star and then kill the Golden Chomp on the next planet. There is a siren outside my building. Excuse me. Oh my god, as soon as I unmute, it comes back! Just my luck. Stupid siren. Comes back every time I unmute. Anyways. Qwerteria kind of struggling with that bunny there, but he does eventually catch it. And good Gusty Garden S from Tibbs. So now he's going to be going into Gusty Garden Comet. For real now. So this is the only Daredevil run for Tibbs. He's going to be fighting Major Bros again, and if he gets hit at all, he's dead. Qwerteria going into Freeze Flame 3. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, nothing we haven't really seen before. These are just the same fight. Oh, Tibbs! He got the glitch! Oh, he pulled the shadow. So basically, if you time a backflip 2B jump, I believe he was trying to do a setup for a faster strat there, but it didn't quite work. So he had to die to respawn. That's twice we've seen that this tournament. Shadow did it, and now Tibbs. That's amazing. Had to do it for the lulz, right? Qwerteria is struggling a little bit in Freeze Flame 3. Unfortunately. It's better to just... I know he was trying to do it. I know it was intentional, but not quite working out for him. So, it's still funny. It's still very funny, I'd say. The best thing to ever happen there. So now Qwerteria going into Gusty Garden 2. I already talked about it, so I will not talk about it again. So now Tibbs going to be going on to Honey Climb. Pretty fun level. And it's got a really sick strat. It's called the Value Fly High Beat thing. So basically, with B, Luigi, or Mario, if you're on the honeycomb, you have Luigi facing directly up. You jump and you immediately shake the nunchuck. While holding A to fly, Luigi will zoom up at blistering speeds. And it's a really, really sick strat when done well. Now, seeing stuff from Tibbs, something is odd. Good stuff there. So who's ahead? Tibbs is still ahead. From kitchen onwards, the route is the same. Unless you mess up comet cycles like Tibbs did. Oh! That's not good. That is not good at all. Fortunately, there is a checkpoint on the second planet for this, so he does not have to start all the way at the beginning, but that is still a pretty sizable time loss. You die basically anywhere in Honey Climb, you're losing a lot of time. But Tibbs is now, he's still ahead. Now everything is fine. So everything lines up now for comet cycles and everything. Qwerteria on the broken as heck apples. So now these mandibugs come in handy a little bit. If you smack it while you're flying, you get a huge increase in height. And those mandibugs move in all 8 directions, so don't let them attack you. Yeah, no, I've never seen anyone die in that section like that before. Yeah, that's also one of the very few spots where you grab a ton of starbits. So Qwerteria now on his way to fight Major Burrows. He is fighting Major Burrows, what am I saying? Getting hit. Taking some damage. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Bowser 2. This is a really cool level. I love the movement in this. He's going to be... There's a clip where you can clip through the wall. Because, yes. And the movement here is just really, really fun. So I'm just going to let this speak for itself. Qwerteria finishing up Gusty Garden 2. That beginning shot is actually fairly recent. One up text box. Ooh, wanted a 2P jump there, but quick backup. Slick triple jump over there. So he's not going to be going for the clip. Probably overshot the spot for it. So he's just going to take it safe and come over here. Enemy clip saves around 4 seconds, so it's not a huge deal, but at a top level, those 4 seconds do help a lot. Nice 2B jump there. They could have a lot of macro optimizations that I do not know. Alright, he's going to be going for this. That backflip 2B jump on and wall jump over there. That's really risky. That Luma bounce at the beginning is a little bit faster. It's a fairly recent strat. Fairly new. So now the Bowser 2 fight, this is the only time where Bowser has the spin attack. He must have found some sort of dark equivalent to the Luma in Luigi's cap. And Luigi uses his spin to counter Bowser's spin, because apparently our spin is stronger, despite just how much bigger Bowser is. So we cancel his spins in such a way that we can have Bowser just bounce onto the glass right away. So he's going to be spinning into his tail here. 1, 2, 3. The third hit is used with the weak spin for us, because you cannot spin twice in midair. Good fight from Tibbs. Decent, very good Bowser 2 from him, despite the fact that he could not do Nemi Clip. I believe you can do it 1P as well, but it's easier with 2P because you can get more height. So we're looking at a high 145 Bowser 2 exit for Tibbs, and he's going to be on his way over to Engine Room. 145.52. Close to his gold, too. So Tibbs very much on 2x pace. He's going into Engine Room now. He's going to be heading over to Honey Hive Galaxy, but worse. Qwerteria now in Freeze Flame Comet. Getting ready to race Cosmic Luigi a second time. So good stuff. Tibbs with a very, very big lead today. Doing very well after that little Battle Rock L mishap. So Tibbs opting not to go for the double Luma bounce there. That's a strat that saves around a second in this movement. But I guess you need to have you need to jump off a certain spot and have a specific angle. So it's not too hard to get used to, but in a race setting, it's probably better to just not lose a lot of time going for it. So now Qwerty going into Gusty Garden 3. So yeah, Gold Leaf 1. It's literally just Honey Hive, but in reverse, and Autumn. Tibbs is going to be opting to go for the clockwise blue star chip route here. Risky move, but it does save a few seconds over this counterclockwise route. And that's it done optimally. And doing things optimally in this game is not an easy task. So he's going for it. Ooh, good stuff, making it up there first try. If you miss the 2P jump there, or if you aren't like high enough out of the wall jump or anything, you can go back to try again, and but most of the time you're gonna die because you're right over a bottomless pit, or rather a black hole. Ooh, this is the worst bunny in the entire run. It's the last one. It's very annoying and not giving Tibbs an easy time. So Tibbs is just going to be going for a very smart backup here, trying to corner him now, like that. And according to him, that was Seagold pace. Ow, stupid bunny. You know, if you run out of Starbase and you just decide to run after the bunny, good luck catching him. It's torture. Excuse me. So now Qwerteria coming up on the end of Gusty Garden 3 here. Also going to be opting to go for the Mario strat here. Missing the arrow, has to take a death. That's gotta hurt. So now Gold Leaf 2 is terrible. You're dealing with Cataquacks. And we all love Cataquacks around here. No, we don't. They suck. Excuse me. So, starting right away, we're just going to be going for some pretty precise long jumps here. This is the only Cataquack, well, not the only Cataquack, but this is, nope, not even going to be using that. It's going to just backflip, wall jump, 2P jump up to the launch star. I believe if that's done fast enough, it's faster than using the Cataquack. Making all these planet skips look very trivial. 2B jumps up a lot here, especially at the end. The end planet is the worst part because there's a lot of gravity fields on it, and if you get knocked by a different Cataquack, you're going to be flying all over the place, and you do not want that happening here. So Tibbs is going to be going for Crump Jump. Ooh, not treating him well right now. Trying to get a wall jump off the bottom of this flower. You know what? Not going to be... What are you doing here? Still trying it. Ooh, what the... Oh. Go leave 2, man. There you go. 4th try. You know, that's a pretty sick strat. Saves having to grab the bee mushroom and fly all the way up to the flower, but does not... When it goes wrong, it can really shake you up. So now QWERTY in Gusty Garden Comet. I don't know why I forgot what it was called. And Tibbs going into Gold Leaf 3. There's going to be a tree skip here and a cutscene skip here. So this is a very technical level. Very punishing too. If you happen to miss the cutscene skip and then fall down and die, you start all the way at the beginning of the level. So you're losing a lot of time from that if you fail it like that. Tibbs, that look easy. Going for a fast climb here. Like that. Ooh. Ooh, not quite getting the wall jump he wanted there. Backing up very well though. Not getting the cutscene skip. So ideally what you want to do is you want to get on top of that fence, run far enough left, then just come down so you can just hit this guy while he's completely stopped, completely defenseless. But Tibbs failing to do so kind of needs to deal with bubbles, because bubbles are a lethal weapon against Luigi. Bubbles. Qwerteria taking death in Gusty Garden S, trying to get all the question coins. I believe he might have missed one, so that hurts. I'll know the time difference between runners when Qwerteria gets out of Bowser 2, which is not for the next couple levels. I'd say after this he's around 6 or 7 minutes behind right now. No, not even that. He's like, he'd be around. I want to say 8 or 9 minutes behind. No, what am I saying? Probably around 10 minutes behind at this point. I could be wrong. I'll know better once Qwerteria gets out of Bowser 2. So now Toy Time 1's pretty cool. This is a level where the beginning actually changes. The beginning movement changes depending on whether or not you get a frame perfect jump. If you do get it, you go left. If you don't get it, you go right. Tibbs did not get it, so he went right. Tibbs kind of trying to get a 2B jump there, didn't get it, so he had to improvise a little bit. Excuse me. So now Tibbs gonna be skipping any and all spring mushrooms in this level because the spring mushroom is slow and stupid. He's gonna be going for this movement here. I don't know why anybody goes for that. That's risky and stupid. I don't like it. Not at all. But 2B jumps make this section trivial. So Qwerteria and Honey climb now. And now for Tibbs, he's going to be going for a strat called Armpit Skip, where you go to the right side here. Ooh. So you're gonna long jump, you're gonna wall jump off this part, and you're gonna ascend this robot's armpit. And we want to do it quickly because this robot smells bad. Oh, unfortunate there for Tibbs, taking a death. That's gonna hurt a lot. He's gonna be trying it again. Qwerteria not going to be going for Value Fly AB thing here. What is he doing? Oh, yes, he is. Oh, he's trying it. Looks like it's not working as well for him right now. So Tibbs finishing up Toy Time 1 now. Unfortunate time lost there for him, but what can you do? It's a race setting. Doesn't really work. Can't really reset. So now Qwerteria going to be going into Bowser 2, where we will know just how far behind he really is. So now we have Tibbs going back in the Gold Leaf Comet. What? Comet cycles. I'm stupid. Seaside 1. 2.5 minutes of absolutely nothing. So if you want to grab a snack or something, now is the time to do so. He's going to be talking to a shark and then going through 8 rings, and it's essentially an auto-scroller because he's going to be underwater the whole time. I myself am going to use this time to grab some water because I am unbelievably thirsty. I am back just in time to see the end of Seaside 1 for Tibbs. And we have Qwerteria and Bowser 2 fighting Bowser currently. So Tibbs had a 145 exit from Bowser 2, so it looks like the way this is going, Qwerteria is going to be about 15 minutes behind Tibbs right now. 15 or 14, one of those. So now, Tibbs going into Gold Leaf Comet. Going to be racing Cosmo Luigi yet again. This is essentially the same as Untitled Comet. It's just, instead of going down, you're going to be going up. I was going to be going this way. Climbing up the tree like that. And beautiful. Obliterating Cosmic Luigi. Yeah, 15 minutes. When I say Tibbs has the upper hand in terms of movement, I'm not kidding. Movement really helps a lot in this game. You'd be surprised just how much time you can lose to top runners just from movement alone. You can do all the same strats, but it's just... But if your movement's not the same or not up to snuff, it'll show. Consistency with strats also helps too. So Tibbs is going to be going into Toy Time 2 here. Going to be grabbing some star chips, and then he's going to be running all over Mario to grab some silver stars. So Qwerteria now out of Bowser 2, going to be going into Engine Room himself. Beautiful movement from Tibbs right now. He's going to be going for a strat called Screwless, where he skips screwing down the small screw that screws into the big screw to get this 5th star chip. It's a lot of screwing. So now we're going to be running all over a giant 8-bit version of Mario. Grabbing 5 silver stars, and optimizing your movement through this is not easy at all. You have to, quick camera changes and chaining your long jumps at the same time can be really hard to get used to at first. So now I believe Tibbs is going to be going over to Sea Slide 2 or Comet. I'm not sure which one, but one of them. So Sea Slide Comet. This is the last Cosmic Comet in the entire game. And he's going to be racing Luigi underwater. So this introduces something called surface swimming. Basically, you have like Luigi in a state like where he's either he's on the surface, but he's not like completely out of the water, and he swims across the surface really quickly. So you want to be shaking the whole time while you do this, or else you will drop your surface swim. There's multiple setups for it, and it's actually really hard to get consistent. I have to sneeze. I'm not sneezing. There you go. Excuse me. So there you go. Tibbs is surface swimming now. You can see he's going very fast, and he's going to be able to beat Cosmic Luigi by a landslide here. So now he's going to be going into Sea Slide 2. He's going to be racing some penguins, and there's going to be a lot more surface swimming on this level. So it's a real workout on your right arm, or your left arm if you play with the Wii remote in your left hand. I know some people that do, and they are freaks of nature. So Qwerteria now in Gold Leaf 2. It's a lot harder with 1P than it is with 2P. So I wish him the best of luck. May God have mercy on his soul. So he's going to be waiting for the counterclock here. Tibbs tried to go for an instant surface swim there. Didn't quite work out. But yeah, no, he's just going to be swimming a lot, shaking the whole time. Luigi loses air underwater faster than Mario does when spinning underwater, so he's going to have to take some damage here. He's going to take enough damage to be close to dying, so he has to grab that the bubble with the coin in it, just so you don't die. So now he's going to be going for a final surface swim here. Beautiful. Now he just needs to maintain that for a few more seconds, and then he can let his arm rest easy. Rest in peace, Tibbs' arm. So now Tibbs is going to be going back over to Toy Time. He's going to be doing Toy Time Secret and Comet, and then he's going to be going over to Gold Leaf S. So nearly done with Engine Room here for Tibbs. So now he's going to be going into Toy Time S. What you want to do here is you want to grab 50 Star Bits and then feed the Hungry Luma. Qwerteria, going to be going into Gold Leaf 3. So with 2P, grabbing all 50 Star Bits before landing is not an issue at all. So Tibbs is gonna do a small optimization here after this planet spawns. Say hello to the Flip Switch Shane, by the way. So he's gonna be going into first person here to advance the Toxbox cycles there. And another thing he's doing is he's just randomly freezing Toxboxes. It's either the Toxboxes or the moving platforms. I'm not sure which one. He nearly got crushed there. I'm very surprised he did not. Qwerteria going for the normal 1P climb. Also not getting the cutscene skip. 0 for 2 on cutscene skips in this race. Unfortunate. Pretty clean Toy Time secret from Tibbs. So now Tibbs is going to be going into Toy Time S, but faster. This is the second and final fast fill comment of the game. It's not here. So, going to be going into Gold Leaf S first. So Gold Leaf S, pretty simple. You're going to be going into a bubble. You're going to ring a bell. You're going to collect some music notes and get a star. Qwerteria, accidentally unlocking Seaslide first. That's going to hurt. It's going to lose him just a little bit of time. Nothing too major. So now I believe Tips is going to be going into Toy Time Comet. There you go. It's literally just Toy Time S, but faster. The moving red platforms move faster, and the Tox boxes do as well. So your movement is going to have to be a little more tight. Tips doing that whole spinning the 2P cursor around thing. So now, yeah, no, these cycles are harder to deal with. Oh, unfortunate death there for Tibbs. Death cycles here are pretty brutal, so he's going to be losing a lot of time here. Oh, that hurts. Losing a lot of time. Gonna have to wait there just so he doesn't risk getting crushed again. Making the decision to wait there. Smart. Shut up, Guillermo. So you see those spiked platforms move a lot quicker, and you can freeze them with 2P. So it's not a huge deal. They're not a huge threat, but they are annoying to deal with sometimes. And we have Qwerteria struggling to get up there. Get up. Climb up, Mecha Bowser here. Ooh, getting shocked. So now Tibbs is going to be on his way over to Buoy Base. So we're done with Engine Room now. He's going to be heading back to Kitchen for Buoy Base and Drip Drop. So Buoy Base 1 has 5 blue star chips. We collect 1. That doesn't mean anything, but we collect 1 because we skip the rest of them. So with 1P you can you can do blue star chip skip by timing a nunchuck spin or left Joy-Con spin, like right as you're hitting the green spring, so you can get an extra boost of height, and then spin in midair to get extra height that you need to go into the other gravity field. With 2P you can basically just get that with a 2P jump, so it's a bit easier with 2P. Except for when you 2P jump and you don't get up there, in which case you have to go back, touch the ground again, and try again. Tibbs trying to break this cage with Torpedo Ted. Uh-oh. Oh no. Not okay. That was interesting. I thought that Torpedo Ted wasn't even close. What just happened? Was he clipped inside? That's too funny. Oh, that was really funny. Okay, Qwerteria finishing up Gold Leaf comedy here. I'm sorry, that's really funny. So there you go. Tibbs done with Buoy Base 1. It's going to be going back into Buoy Base. This is probably the only like mystery question block galaxy that has 2 stars in it. For whatever reason, it just does. So and this one's green. So what does that mean? Nothing. It's the second green star. It doesn't do anything. So we have Qwerteria now going into Seaslide 1. 2.5 minutes of absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if you want to grab a snack or something, do it now. there's your second opportunity to do so. Buoy Base S isn't too interesting either. You're first leading a torpedo type into a cage, and then you're going to be leading a bullet bill into a cage. Except if this bullet bill doesn't hit the cage, it ruins everything. So you can actually hold bullet bills with 2P, and they will still turn and follow you. So that's a small optimization there. Good stuff. So now Tibbs is going to be on his way over to Drip Drop. Emphasis on the rip, because this level is awful. It can really, if you're on PB pace by a thread and you need a good drip drop at the PB, kiss it goodbye here. You're dealing with 3 eels, they're all on a cycle, and if you miss one, you're losing a lot of time. So let's see how Tibbs does here. This is a very, very punishing level. And it doesn't help that it's right at the end of the run. Thankfully with 2P it's made a lot easier, but still annoying. Good first 2 eels. This is a very good drip drop from Tibbs. Good stuff indeed. Very solid for Tibbs. So now he's got 2 more stars and then he's done with the run. So he's going to be talking to Mailtoad after this so he can receive the final letter from Luigi. And he's going to go back into Honey Hive for a quick star. And we have Qwerteria in Toy Time 2. That was nice switch camera cancel from Qwerteria. Well, that happens, sometimes you can just try to do a camera cancel and then you can just be stuck in first person for a little bit before realizing that you didn't, in fact, come out of first person. It's annoying when it happens. So now Tibbs going to be going to the Honey Hive, Luigi. Luigi is now stuck on a tree. How does he send a letter or manage to write one while he's on a tree? Who knows? So, pretty straightforward, same movement as Honey Hive 1 and 2. Until you get here, you spin Luigi off the tree. You can actually snipe him off with a starbit as well, if you so choose to. And there you go, 60 stars for Tibbs. And now after this, he's going to be heading over to Bowser 3. The final star of the run. It's got about 7 minutes left. So it looks... So he, by the, judging by his Honey Hive L exit, looks like he's on 226 pace. 225, 226 pace around there. Not bad for no reset, especially considering the mistakes that happened. And we have Qwerteria going into Sea Slide 2. And so it's his turn to kill his arms. Oh boy. So we got a bit of a cutscene here showing the observatory powering up and flying to the center of the universe. And yeah, this is a good time for Tibbs to get up, stretch out a little bit, get ready for the end of the run here, and close it out. And get ready to take that W.
Luigi?
Go Luigi indeed. So now, Tibbs, Bowser 3. Very, very tough level to do well. There's a lot happening here, so I'm going to do my best to explain what's going on. So first up, you have these spotlights. They have their own gravity field, and Tibbs is going to try to make an early spotlight cycle with good movement here. Ooh, it's very easy to bonk there and die. I think he can still make this. It looks like it's going to be a bit tight now. Nah, he's definitely on pace for it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I jinxed it. Commentator's curse is real. I hate it so much. Getting his bumsy burned. That hurts. So the reason Tibbs long jumps at that angle is because there's an invisible wall around that platform, so you have to go that way, or else you cannot make it across. You cannot make it past it. Some simple skating and long jumping there. Dusty Dune planet, for whatever reason, is here. Doesn't mean anything because we can just long jump right over the sand. This is the space junk section, kind of taking everything you've learned throughout the game and putting everything together. Switching gravity fields here. So now we're going to be coming up onto Cave. I am curious if Tibbs will be going for Giselle Cave movement here. I believe he will. Yes, he will. So you're going to come up under the swamp. Long jump over here, get on this platform, make it to the second one. Get over here, intentionally damage boost. Make it onto the second platform, just barely. Beautiful stuff. It's not over yet. 1, 2, 3. Solid Giselle Cave movement from Tibbs there. That saves about 4 seconds over the normal cave movement. So really, really good that he got that in a run, in a race. In this race especially. Just getting that edge. Qwerteria in Seaside Comet. Racing Cosmic Luigi one final time. So now we have a big staircase to ascend. Get your bonks ready. Super clean execution from Tibbs there. That's the cleanest stairs this tournament has had, actually. I have blessed him with the power of the tube stairs. Good stuff. So now we've just got one more fight, 3 phases, all pretty easy. So the first phase coming up, Bowser turns into a boulder because he can suddenly do that. Tibbs opting to grab a coin there just for safety. Doesn't lose any time because there's no coin text boxes or anything after this. So the only weak spot here is his face. What you saw Tibbs do there, he spun into Bowser's face to kind of cancel the other attack, or to just kind of make him start the shockwaves faster. So that is faster by about half a second. So Tibbs now going to be using these balloons to hit Bowser while he's defenseless. Normally Bowser would turn into a spiky ball, but we're not even going to give him a chance to do that. Very clean first 2 phases. Tibbs using 2P to manipulate the balloon to hit Bowser there. He did something similar in Good Egg 2 to get more starbits from the spike plants. Fun fact. So now intentionally damage boosting from that last shockwave to cancel his spiky rolling attack. And now one final thing I wonder if he'll go for. I wonder if he'll try Task Strat. Oh, not even getting to try it. Way too early on that spin. and I think he was trying to long jump there, and he just didn't. So taking damage from a fireball to cancel his rolling attack again, and letting him hit the glass, and now he just hit 1, 2, 3, and that is a 226. I believe it's a 15 or 14, 226, 14 or 15 for Tibbs. GG's taking the win big time. It's the best time this race has seen so far, I believe. Or the best time this tournament has seen so far, this race. Of course it is. It's 43 seconds after the final Bowser hit. So I think my math is correct. 14. No, 15. Never mind. 226.15 for Tibbs. GG's. We have our winner. So now we got Qwerteria over in Toy Time Comet, getting ready to finish up this in Gold Leaf S, and then going to be heading over to Kitchen himself to finish up his run. On the last few stars, hello Tibbs, coming in for an interview. How's it going, man?
Hello, I'm good.
Yeah, GG's, dude. 226 in a race. That's the best time this tournament has seen so far. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I kind of messed up in Battle Rock L.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? What happened? I saw it as it was happening. I was like, you're not. He's not going to the bottom. What's he doing? Huh? What's going? Yeah,
okay,
what happened
I was looking
there?
at my splits timer right when I broke the cage, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And then I looked at the star, and it was clear, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Did you just not realize you were like going the wrong way?
No, it's just muscle memory, and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. So that was, I think that was your biggest time loss this run.
Yeah, I also threw a little bit in Gusty Garden Comet.
Yeah, I saw that. What were you? What were you trying to do? I know you were trying to do something.
I was intentionally trying to get a floating Major Burrows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was really. I mean, you did, but.
Yeah.
That was really funny. That was great. I love seeing that glitch. It's really funny.
Yeah.
So
I won't be doing that like anymore in the races, but I just wanted to do that just to show it off.
Yeah, it's really funny. That's the second time we've seen that. That would have been that because Shadow did it in his race too. He did that in Gusty Garden too, I think. So that was really funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Apart from that, you played really well. You guys started off. Actually, Qwerteria started off ahead because of a gateway skip not really going your way, right? And
yeah,
then,
I missed gateway skip twice. I just decided just to go for the regular strat after I missed it twice. So
yeah, that's fair. Wouldn't have made sense to keep going for the skip after that. But yeah, no, really, yeah, Besides those are big mistakes. You played really, really well. You got some golds, I know.
yeah, wait, actually, let me read them off. Oh yeah, I golded space junk. Sorry, sling pod.
Oh yeah, with that strat, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to go for it just to see what your reaction would be.
Okay, well, what's the verdict? What did you think?
It was really funny. I didn't. How surprised you were.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting anyone to go for that this tournament, but well, you've blown my expectations out of the water. Good stuff. So so after that Battle Rock L mishap, your comet cycles were screwed up. So what kind of a thought process did you have after that? Were you just like, this is not gonna end well, is it?
So actually, I had a run yesterday where I didn't have enough star bits for Sweet Sweet, so that run kind of prepared me for this slightly.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I was kind of prepared for anything basically, but I wasn't expecting to do that. I think I've done that once before, but. Yeah.
I feel like I might have done that before. I think there was one time I got all the way to Battle Rock L, got all the way to the end, went to the bottom of the saucer, noticed Luigi wasn't there, and then I realized, Crap! I forgot to talk to Mail.
To put in perspective how much time I lost from Battle Rock L, I was at plus 32.4 going into Hurry Scurry, or I exited from
Out of Hurry Scurry, yeah.
Yeah,
And then what?
and then I left Battle Rock L plus 256.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that was a
Oh
big
my
time loss.
That's brutal. Oh, that hurts. Well, how are you gonna feel going forward? I don't know who you're facing next. I can look, but
Yeah, I don't know who I'm facing next.
we are about to find out. So you win. Now you're gonna be going. So you're gonna be going against True Gamer.
True Gamer. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a 232 as his PB. He PB'd in his race with Tackle actually, so that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think you. If you just keep pulling out sub 230s, you should be able to beat him no problem. You're at that point, I think, where you're really good at that. You had a really consistent run.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah, considering I lost like two in like 15 minutes or 15 seconds in a Rocko.
Yeah.
Like 40 in Gussiger and Comet.
Yeah.
Did okay.
That's good. So yeah, that was a really fun race to commentate. Thanks for that really fun race.
Yeah.
Looks like Qwerteria is going to be going into Buoy Base S. No, he's going to be going into Drip Drop now. Wait, Buoy Base S. I am stupid. Math.
Math?
Math. I cannot do math. I thought he had 58 stars. Oops. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you.
Yep.
Really excited to see how you do in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm excited for the later matches, like semifinals.
Yeah, those are gonna be. Yeah, I can't wait to see what those are like.
Yeah.
Yeah, this tournament's been very interesting so far. A lot of crazy stuff happening. You got Jay with a crash in Good Egg 2.
Oh yeah.
Shadow nearly losing his race with Razor Blade. You got an upset from Hexru versus U Video. You got what else you got? You got another upset. True Gamer winning against Tackle. I don't know. So much has happened already, and I can't wait to see what else happens.
Yeah, and also I don't know if you mentioned this. Steak and Joe's race
Match.
was really close.
Yeah, how close was it? I didn't get to see the end of it.
I think Steak put it in chat somewhere. So
I think it was like a 228.30 versus a 240. I think.
Oh wait, never mind. I thought it was a 239. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's what he's. Yeah, I have no idea, but it's pretty cool. Good races happening this tournament. It's been really interesting so far.
Also, one more is Qwerteria on PB base?
I am not sure, but I can look.
I saw his PB was like a 259. I think.
His Luigi PB?
Yeah.
I thought his Luigi PB was like a 243. I wasn't sure. Maybe that's Mario.
I don't know.
No, it looks like
on SRC.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's comparing against a 248. So, So if his PB is a 248 as Luigi, then he is on PB pace. But if not, then I don't know. He's not doing too bad. He's doing pretty well. Mid 24x pace, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Let's see how Drip Drop goes. Good first eel. Did he mess up eel cycles? I didn't really get to see. Wait, no, he didn't. He's good.
Ooh, barely got that eel.
Yeah, so now he's going to have to go back for that third eel. And try to chase it down a little bit. There you go.
Did he just warp? I swear he just like warped down when he got hit by that second eel.
I think that happens. I think that's normal. I don't think that's like a glitch or anything. Alright, we got 2 more stars for Qwerteria. He's got Honey Hive Luigi left, and then Bowser 3. Yeah, not too far behind, honestly. Just a couple stars the whole way through. He definitely pulled farther and farther ahead as the race went on just because of like how much of the upper hand he had in movement over Qwerteria. But Qwerteria has been playing pretty okay, barring a few unfortunate things that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he game over didn't go to the S, which sucks, but. Yeah, all right. Well, let's see him. Ready to see him close out this run. All right. Well, I mean, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I mean, seems like you want to, so.
Okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, it's not like a. I'm not like trying to like say you should leave. I'm just like I wasn't sure if you wanted to stick around or not.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind staying here.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, all right, we're good. All right, let's see what Qwerteria's got with Bowser 3. I guess you're gonna be practicing some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I kind of want to watch the race though. I paused.
So it looks like he's on, I want to say 244 pace.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 244 for his skill level is pretty good, I think. Yeah, no, his PB is up. Yeah, no, it looks like his PB is a 243. Yep, okay. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Go, Luigi.
Go, Luigi! So one more star for Qwerteria. Let's cheer him on as he goes and finishes off. I want to see chat get wild. It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not. Oh, isn't Hex? I think Hex and Mid-Bro are running soon.
No, they're already going. They're both in Fountain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know which one of them's ahead because they're both on different routes. Hex is on pushback and Mid-Bro's on GC.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Qwerteria not able to make that early cycle there, but that is okay. Yeah, no, Hex is on Battle Rock 3 and Mid-Bro's on Bowser 1. Yeah.
No, Hex did pushback route. I thought he did. Like,
He's been doing pushback this whole time. I guess we'll know which one of them's ahead out of Kitchen. I'm actually not going to be able to catch the end of that race because I've got a final soon, but...
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. I'd love to know how it goes.
Yeah.
I hope Hex wins.
Does he have a better PB?
I think he does, yes. Yeah, Hex has a 234, and I believe Mid-Bro has a 235, 236, one of those.
Actually, Hex has a 233.
Oh yeah, 233. I always forget he got a 233.
Mid-Bro is a 235.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's a close race.
Yeah. Qwerteria also going for Is he also going for Giselle Cave there? What's he doing?
I think so.
Interesting.
Kinda.
No, he makes it through. I actually thought he was going to get hit by one of those bullet bills and knocked into the lava. That would have been really bad.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bit of a bonk there.
Oh yeah, my stairs were like, I wasn't even trying to go for like whatever I did. Just,
They were really good. Yeah. Tube stairs, as everyone else calls them for whatever reason.
yep.
Yep. Apparently, I think I talked too much about being good at stairs. It's my own fault. Paying the price for it. So we got just one more fight for Qwerteria. I guess he's not going to be going for a coin here, but that's not really important. Ooh. Pulling out the big boy strats. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's gonna have to jump over those shockwaves again. Yeah. Loses a little bit of time, not too much, but it does hurt a little bit.
I remember in a run where I got hit like 4 times. That was on PB pace. So
I think I remember that one.
it
Was
so
it
annoying.
it was Mario, right?
Yeah,
Or was it?
Mario.
Yeah.
It was a bad, like I think it was like a really old PB, but yeah.
Oh, getting knocked back by that balloon there, and getting burned in the process.
A balloon.
I don't know what else to call it. Bush.
Ball sack.
That's a good one. Yeah. Final phase for Qwerteria here. So again, intentionally taking damage from that last shockwave so he can cancel Bowser's rolling attack. Shooting out all his star bits.
Ooh, almost gets stuck.
Oh, yikes. That was close.
That was a better
Oh,
time
well.
than I did.
Yeah, you weren't even close to it.
Yeah, I was trying like a different method, but it just completely
Didn't
failed.
work, yeah. And that looks to be a 244, 48, I think, for Qwerteria. GG's.
GG?
Yeah, good run for him, I think. Only like a minute off his PB.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Pretty good race from both of you guys.
Yeah.
So it's going to be looking like a 244.49. Good stuff. Okay, what was that?
Oh.
That's StarCraft.
I think the highlight of this run was when I missed Battle Royale and then Qwerteria game over. I think that
Yeah, they happen at the exact same time. You just both fell apart. It was really
Yeah.
funny. So let's see if we can get Qwerteria in here for an interview if he wants to.
Started a bit early and late.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if he's going to get the thing, but if not, I can just send it to him. Runners can choose not to take an interview if they don't want to. I'll just send him the link then. Copy. Let's see. Where is he? I just send it to him. Let's see if he comes in. Hello, Qwerteria.
Hello.
How's it going? GG's on that on the race, man. How you feeling? 244, only about a minute off your PB.
It was a pretty funny one, especially the start where I had a bunch of huge mess ups, but in the end I got a good one.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, it was a good ending for you. So GG's on that. How do you feel? I believe the loser of this match. I think you're going to be going over to. I don't remember. You are Group A.
I think it's Tackle Shift I'm going up against, or
Okay,
the
Group
other
B.
guy.
So I guess losers round. You'd be going into. Holy moly! I think you'd be going against. Yeah, you'd be going against Tackle Shift. Looks like.
Okay.
So yeah, no, how do you feel about that?
It's a hard competitor. I have to get better the next few days at speedrunning to have at least a chance.
Yeah, no,
He's, I think, 10 minutes in front of mine, so
maybe should be an interesting race.
yep.
Anyways, so how'd you feel after gaming over in Ghost of the S? What were you thinking at that point? Were you just like,
I was pretty hard laughing, to be honest.
oh
It's
yeah,
just those mess ups that happen every time for me, and I'm so used to it that you
no,
get
that's
too
fair
bad
enough.
at
Yeah.
it, otherwise you can't proceed further in the run. So
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, good race from both of you guys. Thanks for that awesome race. It was really fun commentating that. Yeah, I'm
was
glad I was able to help
amazing.
with that. That's good. So, well, thank you very much, Tibbs and Qwerteria. That was a really fun race. GG's to both of you. So, I believe that's it for now. Follow the runners. Follow the commentator. Tibbs and Qwerteria play this game a lot, so definitely check them out. And if you want to see more Galaxy action happening right now, you go over to SpeedGaming 1, just SpeedGaming. We've got Midbro versus Hex speedruns happening right now, and it's looking like it's a pretty good race so far. So, yeah, go check that out if you can. I will not be able to watch all of it, but I'll definitely check a little bit. I'll definitely catch a little bit of it. So I believe that is it for this episode. I don't know what Speed Gaming 2 has going on next, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be great. So thanks everybody for watching and stopping by. Thanks again, Tibbs and Qwerteria. I have been Dukes X. Yeah, I have been your commentator tonight. Take it easy.
See ya.
See you later.
Yeah.
See you around.